and agents of conservation. We must be the institution to produce the professionals that are needed for the next generation of change, the next era in the life of Guam and the region. We must be producing the teachers and the nurses, the accountants, the managers, the environmental specialists, the social workers, and the historians who will embrace change, challenge change, and shape change so that it works for us as a unique island region. Guam will undergo dramatic and rapid change in the next decade because of anticipated changes in the military presence. A $1 billion road is anticipated that will link military facilities in the north with the port of Guam. As many as 35,000 persons will be added to the population, and not all of them will be behind a military fence. Some $15 billion will be spent on Guam, attracting all manner of large corporations, commercial activity, and just general construction activity that has not been seen since the end of World War II. The scale of these changes has no model, and even the Department of Defense has created a new unit to manage the process. Think about it. The world's largest bureaucracy, the U.S. Department of Defense, acknowledges that they don't have the organizational capability to deal with the changes on Guam. There must be some real dramatic change on the horizon. These changes present many opportunities, multiple challenges, and require an active, vibrant, and engaged University of Guam, because it's the University of Guam that will make the change work for our people. Our university represents our island's best opportunity to develop the professionals that will work in this new economy. And the jobs that will last are professional jobs, not construction jobs, not technical jobs. If you want to plan for a middle class in a new economy on Guam, you have to plan to develop those professionals now. But in keeping with Freire's philosophy, our university should also be the venue to challenge the changes and ensure that as educated individuals, we do more than adapt or conform. We challenge and we alter. Leading change for this university will require us to create new units and reformulate old ones. It will require scientific knowledge and policy analysis. It will demand that we become the repository of data that will lead to informed discussion and very intense research agendas. It will demand that the university sees itself as the institution most equipped to deal with change issues and carry the change agenda for the island. It will be the nexus for exchange amongst the best minds who want to understand rapid social change and the forces that engender them. The university will be the venue for discussion by activists, by practitioners, by researchers, by policymakers. The university will become a magnet for international students and researchers as we enhance our relationship with selected regional and U.S. universities. We don't know exactly where all of this will take us, but we must be attempting to leading change, and this means all of us. Robert Gallagher reminds us sarcastically that change is inevitable, except from a vending machine. He must be using the one over there next to Mark. But more to the point, Charles Darwin reminds us, quote, "It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change." So that's our challenges. So our challenge is because the entire island wants to see how the university is going to react to this, because they see us as the academic, as having the academic infrastructure to be able to deal with this. Words do not make a program, and so far a convocation speech is just words. And initiatives announced are not initiatives completed. All of our efforts need the 3 R's of any university: rigor, relevance, and resources. Those are the 3 R's for a university. We cannot engage in any of these initiatives without the financial resources to ensure that the faculty are adequately compensated, that tuition is affordable, that programs can continue, and that research can be completed. I remind many faculty members who come to me with their many suggestions for spending money. A search for truth and justice necessarily involves a search for resources. All of us know how to spend money, but in the coming years, we will all learn how to raise it and allocate it to achieve institutional outcomes and the fulfillment of research agendas. In the past, we have learned how to do more with less. In the future, it's inevitable, given the scale of these changes, that we're going to get more. The challenge is not to do less with more, but to exponentially do more with more. We will earn more resources from our government of Guam and the federal government. We will collectively give more resources to our University of Guam Foundation, and we will raise more resources from our private partners and our alumni and our community supporters. You know, in the interplay of these 3 words, Ina, Setbi, Descubri, we will engage in these 3 initiatives: making UOG the natural choice, becoming UOG green, and leading the way to change. We have many steps in this journey, and we will have many, many partners. We will be working with the Guam Community College and our community college partners in the region. We will be working with the Guam public school system, because we must understand that their success ultimately leads to our success. We will be collaborating with selected international and U.S. institutions, and we will be active in the community. We must make ourselves at home in the world beyond Mangilaw, but we will also welcome the world to Mangilaw. Activists as well as military personnel must feel at home here. Business operators as well as workers must see UOG as their home. First-generation college attendees as well as highly educated families will be welcomed here at the University of Guam. When asked, they will say UOG is their natural choice, and that they will be part of turning UOG green into Guam green, and they will be the agents of change and the agents of conservation. And hopefully, they will also say very loudly, Biba UOG! Biba! Biba UOG! Biba UOG! All right, thank you very much.